Hey, ba-dum.
Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. You got yours truly, the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. Getting into a little bit of the Christmas spirit, if you will. Here from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia, Boom Boom, shaking the room. And of course, my partner, mi amigo, all the way there across the pond in Tokyo, Japan, talking about the huge one himself, Dave Coco. What is up, Coco? Good to see you again, brother.
Nothing much, dude. Today's my time off. Today's my, I'm supposed to be celebrating, having a good time. It's Christmas Eve. It's my daughter's birthday. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Dude, I thought like Christmas week, we can have a nice week of not doing shows. And we got like 50 shows planned this week. It's crazy, I tell you. The good news is no one will watch them because it's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. There will be a tribute to the troops. There will be a lot of year-end shows, so we'll do a lot of shows. Hopefully, we can make them shorter. We got to start rocking some short shows. Boom, boom.
You say that 97 hours later. Oh, I thought this was going to be a short show.
I can't do short shows. It's not in my blood. YouTube always sends us notes like your channel would be more successful if you did more short videos. Be like, yeah. It's just not in me. Anyway, as always, we ask win, loss, or tie. Put it down below when you can, because YouTube now guards the comments like it's fucking something valuable. And you can also hit us up on Twitter at KocoSports if you're watching live. I don't know. Like, this is the thing. We have so many shows to do because, we feel obligated, but this is the least amount of viewers. So if you're watching this show, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. All right, boom, boom. Ask the tough questions here. That's what we do at Coco Sports. Win, loss, or tie. What do you give this NXT?
This NXT, I'm going to give it a tie. Maybe a strong tie, bordering a weak win, but I'm going to go ahead and just give it a flat out tie. I thought there were some good things, but it kind of dragged. They were filling for the sake of filling, and the show actually ended, I think, about 5 to 10 minutes early. So for that, I had to give it a tie.
I'm in a Christmas spirit. Ho, ho, ho. I had to watch a lot of bad wrestling this week. Did you see my Raw review yet? Probably not, because it's 12 hours long. But my Raw review, I called the suicide hotline. I mean, I tried to be positive. I get a little cranky around the holidays. I'm giving it a win. I've watched a lot of bad wrestling this week. And, I'm in the holiday spirit, and you know what? Did you see Monday Night Raw? Did you see Monday Night Raw, sir?
I did, actually.
I'm giving it a Christmas petty win. Like, you ever go by, they ring the bell, and you're like, that guy's probably not, that money's probably not going to charity. And you're like, it's Christmas. Let me throw him a buck anyway. That's the type of win I'm giving him. Like, Sami Zayn, Triple H, and Vince McMahon are like, bring, 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 NXT show. And I'm like, hey, here you go. Here's a win for you, kid. Keep it up. Plus, I'm a huge Sami Zayn mark. This is one of those things I kind of wish it was either live or they didn't use them on house shows, because how much would have you popped if you didn't know, if it was live and you didn't know Sami Zayn was returning? I think that would have been a huge difference.
Yeah, that would have been a huge pop, but I think that was also a big selling point, was to say, to tout in London, the return of Sami Zayn. I think that was a big selling point. I think that's something you just can't hide.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Boom, boom. So yeah, I'm giving it a win, but mostly because it's Christmas and Sami Zayn. I love me some Sami Zayn.
Yes,
I put him up, dude. I put Sami Zayn and Bayley in the same boat. Like, no matter how cranky I am, when they come out, I'm like, you know what? Life is good. What am I complaining about? There's Sami Zayn or Bayley. They just bring joy to your heart. So, ho, 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 I'm giving it a win. All right, Booms, let's break this bad boy down.
Okay, not too terribly much to break down, but let's get on here with it. They kind of recapped quickly what happened last week after NXT London. Then we go into our first match, which is a four-way tag match. One fall to a finish here. You had the Vaudevillains versus the Hype Bros versus Blake and Murphy versus Gable and Jordan. This was, I think it was a good opening match. The Vaudevillains got a good pop. Aiden English going out as Sherlock Holmes. Simon Gotch going out as Doctor Who. Okay, that got a little bit of a cheap pop there from the crowd, but it worked. The Hype Brothers came out to actually a pretty loud chorus of boos. Now they did get some high fives from some people in the rampway, but for the most part, they got a lot of boos. Blake and Murphy, a little bit of indifference, but a few boos there, and then Gable and Jordan came out just. The crowd was just all for them. I mean, it was absolutely electric. I think there were reports in England during the tour that they actually set their match back, like their whole show back, like almost 15 minutes because the crowd just kept cheering and chanting for Jordan and Gable.
Yeah,
and it just shows these two are just absolutely over as hell right now. Some pretty good wrestling here. I think it was funny when I think it was Jordan got tagged out by Mojo Rawley. The crowd just fucking ate him fucking alive. It was a bit of a hostile crowd, but good back and forth. Everybody had a good showing. Ultimately, Gable and Jordan got the win following the Grand Amplitude. I guess that's what they're calling their finish maneuver now on Wesley Blake after hurling everybody to the outside. So I think that was the match of the night. It was definitely a great opener match. I can see why the crowd was absolutely up for it. I'm glad that they had this over in London. So, but I think it was a great way to kick off the program. What were your thoughts on this being chosen as the opener? How do you see all four of these tag teams and their futures going into 2016? And what do you just think about the overwhelming popularity of Gable and Jordan?
I love Gable and Jordan. I never, since Charlotte and maybe Kurt Angle, I haven't fell in love with athletes in pro wrestling as fast as I fell in love with these guys. I just think they're the whole package. I love them more than a straight man should. I'm just glad that they're getting over. Like one thing about pro wrestling is, as a promoter and as Vince McMahon will probably tell you, you can't control the fans. But I love when the fans love something that you love because it's just magic. I think Jordan and Gable are just the perfect fucking tag team in sports entertainment. And I usually don't fall in love fast with pro wrestlers, like as far as fandom goes. But Gable, Jordan, I think Hashimoto, senior Hashimoto, there's just Charlotte, Kurt Angle. There's just people you see, and you're just like, this guy's going to be the fucking great, or this girl, in case of Charlotte, is going to be the greatest fucking thing ever. I fucking think they're amazing. I'm going to steal something from Wrestling Rantin. Wrestling Rantin made a prediction for 2016, and I'm starting to feel it, is that NXT last year, how great they made the women's division. He thinks this year, that's how great they're going to make the tag team division. And I can see that.
Yeah, I can also see that too. Now, bear in mind, this year was supposed to be a down year for the tag team division because remember, they had the Lucha Dragons, the Ascension. Both of those teams got called up. You had to have Blake and Murphy step up and carry the tag team titles for 6 months. But in that time, they've really done a good job rebuilding up and repackaging the tag team division. They've done a great job with Enzo and Cass, who, by the way, may be called up sooner rather than later. Of course, all the teams that we've mentioned here. Here's my thing. I think it's Gable of the two that's really over, and I hate to be, a negative.
I mean, Gable is one of a kind, without a doubt. But no, don't sell Jason Jordan short, man. He's just. I think they're comedy duo, comedy gold. And I know WWE loves breaking up wrestlers. As fans, I don't want to see these guys break up. I think they're the perfect 1-2 punch to each other. And for every indie wrestler who sucks at wrestling but says, "Oh, I'm a technical wrestler," fuck you. They're technical wrestlers. You're just a fat, added piece of shit that holds an armbar for way too fucking long. Go on. Dude, if you're an indie promoter, you don't know how many shitty fucking wrestlers tell you that technical wrestlers. Dude, you'll start to hate the term technical. Like, I used to be an indie promoter, and he'd be like, "I'm a technical wrestler." It just, bing, you fucking suck at wrestling. Oh, man. They're so good at technical wrestling.
I could just see you as a booker like, "Oh, don't you mean you're technically a wrestler? You know how to do a couple of holds?" No,
Holy shit. So, some of the worst matches that were ever on my card were assholes who told me they were technical wrestlers. I'm a technical wrestler. No, you're a fat, out-of-shape motherfucker who holds an armbar for fucking 16 minutes. Go on. Sorry. Just fucking do it. I'm having flashbacks. Like, you know, like, so sometimes I have flashbacks in the Marine Corps. Sometimes I have flashbacks of, you know, a horrible childhood. And then I have flashbacks of being an indie promoter. Fucking goddamn fucking indie wrestlers say
which was worse?
What? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, it just ruined, because, like, here's the thing. On the indie level, for every person who says they're a technical wrestler, 1 out of 50 are good. So, like, when you come to me, like, I'm a technical wrestler, I'm like, you got a, 98% chance of you fucking sucking. You got a 98% chance. You might want to choose a different word. You're going to be like, I fucking do any style. Just don't say technical, because holy shit, did it fucking met. Anyway, yeah, this match was awesome. Jason Jordan and Gable are technical fucking geniuses. And I even like the Hype Bros. Blake and Murphy, you know, they're kind of a waste of time. And the Vaudevillains got their gimmick. They have to put the titles on Gable and Jordan or Enzo, because, like, their tag team division is so fucking hot, and it's like, okay, what is it though? Ring of Honor, New Japan, 2015, NXT. What is it with having a great tag team division and the champions not being in the top 5 of your company? That's fucking insane. That's just insane. Stop it. New Japan, stop it. Ring of Honor, stop it. NXT, stop it. I don't get it. I like, okay, maybe the best wrestler in the company or the best wrestlers in the company shouldn't be tag team champs. But here's the thing. Straight up shoot. I don't know who the fuck half these tag team champions are. And if I ranked them, if you ranked the top 10 tag teams, even if you count New Japan, WWE, NXT, you rank the top 10 of Ring of Honor, maybe even TNA. I don't know. I stopped watching after fucking Matt Hardy apocalypse. But you fucking rank the top 10. None of them are tag team champions. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Can we please, in 2016, have tag team champions that at least break the top 5 for your fucking company?
Well, you know, this is something I've actually kind of wanted to talk to you about. I've mentioned this in other NXT reviews with LK, and if you're out there, LK, call us. We miss you.
Where the fuck is LK? I'm supposed to be getting NXT off, you son of a bitch. I'm supposed to be getting ready for my Tribute to the Troop show. Goddamn LK, taking Christmas off. Where's your heart? Where's your determination? Oh, it's Christmas. Not many people watch during Christmas. I'm here. All right, sorry. We love you, LK.
Yeah, but there was something, you know, there's something that you always say that, you know, as a booker, where's the money? And, you know, when I think about that and that mindset, I think about, well, I think the money is going to be Dash and Dawson versus Chad Gable and Jason Jordan for the tag team titles. How do I make that happen? And what do I need to not have happen? And what do I need to have happen to make this a big match? And I think that's what NXT is, or what they should be building up to. I would not have.
I still think Enzo. I think, dude. No, I disagree. Enzo, they might not be the best in the ring. I guess in ring wise, your idea is best. But I'm saying hype wise, entertainment wise, Enzo and the tall guy. Enzo and the fucking tall. Fuck it. Let's get just Enzo. Give Enzo both fucking straps. New Jersey for life, bitches. All right, so fucking Enzo versus Jason Jordan and Gable. Hey, it might not be the goddamn best match of the century. But, dude, let me tell you, those 4 NXT shows going into that fucking match, best fucking entertainment money can buy. Best fucking entertainment money can buy. I would just start throwing my money. You talk about sports entertainment, that is sports entertainment at its finest, folks. And the match will still be good, and the fans will be into it. And I don't know, one thing as a pro wrestler fan, that even as a promoter, booker, whatever, like whatever hat I'm wearing, fan interaction to me is so big. Like I don't know why, like lately in 2015 people are like, can you believe people cheered? How disrespectful. It's like, get the fuck over yourselves. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a great opener. And I think Wrestling Ranted is right. I think the tag team division is going to be fucking hotcakes, as the kids would say. Do the kids still say hotcakes?
Well, they do now.
This is what happens when you're 97 years old on fucking YouTube. All right, Booms.
Next, they did several backstage vignettes, including Asuka taunting Emma and Dana Brooke. You had to look at a special look at the UK tour and Finn Balor's title defense. Backstage interview with Ty Dillinger, another promo for the Drifter. Baron Corbin backstage interview after his win over Apollo Crews. And then we got to the second match of the night. It was a relatively short match. You had Bull Dempsey versus Elias Samson. Of course, this is the first time they've kind of redone or basically reintroduced Elias Samson. He's come out before. He's actually had the Drifter gimmick for a while, but I think this is like the official like repackaging and like the grand reopening, if you will, and they brought him out. This was a short match, I think about 3-4 minutes. Not a lot. I didn't see a lot out of either competitor, but Elias Samson got the win from a top rope elbow drop. I'm gonna kind of withhold judgment on Elias Samson right now. I think this was just supposed to be like kind of the coming out party for him. Hey, here we've repackaged this guy here. Here's a look at him. Okay, now he's dropping an elbow. Okay, that's all it was. So I'm going to withhold judgment, but the match overall wasn't anything spectacular. In fact, it wasn't great by any standards. But I'm enjoying seeing, new characters, and I enjoy watching these guys as they kind of debut and they repackage and they find that personality, and they hopefully go on to become big stars. I like moments like these.
You know what? Yeah, YouTube professionals tell me our show should be shorter, so I'm going to do this in honor of YouTube. I just didn't give a shit. Like, to the highest fucking level of not giving a shit. I just didn't. You know what? No. I saw a guy walk out with a guitar, and I was like, you know what? No, this ain't an indie concert. I saw Bill Dempsey, and I was done. You know what? If it wasn't for NXT results on WWE.com, I'd have no idea who won. If it wasn't for Boom Boom here, I probably wouldn't even have mentioned it. We got a tweet back to the tag team division because the tag team division is fucking cat's meow. Kids still say that, right?
Yeah.
At Wrestling Ranton says, if they made Dash and Dawson versus Gable and Jordan a best-of-5 series, it would be epic. Hashtag NXT could do it. All right, so Wrestling Ranton has a great point. Yeah, best-of-5 would be good. I think Dash and Dawson versus Gable and Jordan is the way better wrestling match, and the best-of-5 would be amazing. But you know what? I do love me some Enzo. There, I said
I do like that idea, but ultimately, what I would like to see is I would like to see Gable and Jordan against Dash and Dawson, but not have the two teams touch each other. I mean, you could have, little skirmishes, where they get quickly separated. You could have some smack talking back and forth. But I would save that for the Dallas show just before Mania. That's where I would do the big show where they finally get a hold of each other and you have the tag team titles change hands. That's what I would do.
Gotcha. Yeah, they just have to start being awesome. All right, let's talk main event, baby. Let's start wrapping this down.
Man,
all right,
yeah.
Oops, I'll ask you the question before you break it down. Is Sami Zayn the greatest human being to ever walk on planet Earth? Go.
Pretty close. I would say pretty close. I mean, he's a close second to Bailey, but sorry, I had to get that in. But no, I had a good time. Ty Dillinger, the perfect 10, going against the returning Sami Zayn. We haven't seen him since, I believe, May, when he injured himself on Raw against John Cena. Actually, he injured himself before the match, to be fair. He was fucking around throwing his arms, trying to get the crowd hyped up. And he wound up, I think, tearing his rotator cuff. But 7 months of recovery, he's finally back. Now, I'm going to say a lot of good things about Sami Zayn, but I don't want to take anything from Ty Dillinger. I don't know if anybody noticed this or not, but I think this was the longest match that Ty Dillinger has wrestled since he's been on NXT, and I think this is also the best match that he's wrestled since on NXT. I mean, he was really getting some good offense in. He was also selling for Zayn. He threw a pretty good super kick, like a submission hold that he worked in. But he did his job. Sami Zayn absolutely on fire. The crowd was eating it up. I mean, the crowd just couldn't shut up. They loved this guy, and I don't blame them one bit. And I love and he finally got the win with a hell of a kick. And he finally just talks to the crowds. They're telling him thank you, saying you're very welcome. I'm glad to be back. I feel like every time I get to a dream, it turns to a nightmare. And he talked about winning the NXT title when he had himself defeated by Kevin Owens. He goes and debuts on Raw only to get himself injured. Well, he's not, he's going to be, saying it's going to be a big promising year for 2016 for himself and NXT. I think it was just the right thing at the right time, what the crowd really needed. I think this, of all things, was a great way to end the show, even though they did sign off. I think it was right around 5. It wasn't 10, but about, it was a little more than 5 minutes early. But I really enjoyed that. I mean, Dave, what do you think about the return of Sami Zayn, and any predictions for him for the upcoming year?
I just hope he gets back on top. I don't know how he's going to do it. And maybe they just shoot him, because like my whole thing is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, different names obviously, have feuded at like every level of professional wrestling, and I don't know if Sami Zayn going against Finn Balor, like the match will be amazing, but I don't know if it's enough. I hope Sami Zayn gets the ring rust off, or just gets not that he had a bad match, but just get a couple matches under his belt, maybe put over, Finn Balor, and then head up. Because I think Kevin Owens is stuck at a glass ceiling. Besides being cool on Twitter, what has Kevin Owens got going for him? And if you got Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, no matter their names, no matter the stage, have stolen the show. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in a feud for the Intercontinental title, maybe at WrestleMania or something, I think would be amazing. It would be something absolutely amazing. And not only that, but WWE, would, if Triple H was booking, would tell about their history everywhere they've been. I don't know. Like, I wanted Sami Zayn to stay healthy. Obviously, I wanted him maybe back in NXT, but now it's kind of like, I think it's time for him to move up. I think I don't know. I'm just missing a Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match. That's what I'm missing. I think they need each other. I think they need each other more than anything. And Kevin Owens is stuck. Besides being a cool guy on Twitter, what does he really fucking do? I once beat John Cena back in 1977, and I hate everything. Don't cheer for me. All right, Owens. Like, he ain't going for no fucking world title anytime soon. He's just stuck. And, basically Kevin Owens is a mean guy on Twitter. He hates that people cheer for him. And people think he's Bam Bam Bigelow on the commentary team. That's all he's got going for him. You put in Sami Zayn, you put in the history, let, Kevin Dunn step away from that storyline. I think the feud brings up the Intercontinental title. It's a WWE WrestleMania match that sounds fucking interesting, that I would actually want to pay for. So, when it comes to 2016, I just hope Sami Zayn feuds with Kevin Owens for the IC title. Because, Kevin Owens, all right, we've seen Kevin Owens fight Dolph Ziggler 900 fucking times this week. Oh, Dolph Ziggler's dominating him. He sells up, pop-up powerbomb, fucking Kevin Owens wins. Spoiler, that's next week's fucking Raw, and next week's Raw, and next week's Raw, and next pay-per-view. That's their fucking match. They've had the same match over and over and over. And Dean Ambrose feud is basically like, yeah, we're both popular, but guess what? We're never going to get any fucking higher on the fucking card than this. Let's just feud forever. Okay, pal. You know what I mean? But then you add Sami Zayn, you got the history, you got the IC title, and all that. But, we love, most fans love Kevin Owens, and he wants to be a heel so bad. I mean, he even tweets that John Cena's a good fucking person, for Christ's sakes. But, he doesn't have that baby face. WWE doesn't have a good baby face, period. You can be like, what about? No, shut the fuck up. They're horrible at baby faces. Sami Zayn is the pure baby face. Just bring Sami Zayn in. I think it would be one of the greatest IC title feuds of all time. So that's what I'm rooting for. And as far as Ty Dillinger, I used to fucking hate the guy, and now I'm so-so. You know? Some people really are high on him. They're like, oh, the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. He's a great wrestler. I'm like, I don't see it. But I don't hate him as much. So, you know, it's baby steps. Not everyone can be, you know what? Not everyone can be Jordan and Gable where I fall in love with you instantly. But Ty Dillinger, after this match, it's the Christmas season. I want it to be written down in the record books. Write down the date. I don't hate Ty Dillinger. So that's a step up.
Yeah, that is. That is.
So I enjoyed it. I thought overall I give it a win because you had a really good tag team match and you had a Sami Zayn return. I wish it was a bigger pop. And then something happened in the middle that no one gave a fuck about. So overall, I'm giving it a win. I think it's worth checking out. The only nitpick that I do have, besides the middle match that doesn't exist in my mind, is I wish Sami Zayn was a legit surprise. Because, dude, you gave it a tie. What if you had no idea? What if it was live and you had no idea Sami Zayn was returning?
Oh, yeah. If it was live, I had no
like
idea it was unannounced. I would be. Yeah, I'd definitely say a win. But we've been waiting on. I mean, we knew about this for what 2-3 weeks in advance. Yeah.
So, but overall, I enjoy it. Andy Paps thanks us for doing a show. Appreciate it. Much love.
Indeed,
and sorry we can't
love.
get the live YouTube comments. There will be a tribute to the Troops review. Wrestling Ranted has an award show. I'll probably do my votes on that. I got to do a Wrestle Kingdom show. I got my tickets. Well, I don't got them yet. Santa has to deliver them.
Yeah, but you've been bad this year.
I'll beat you up, fat man. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Well, what makes you think you're going to get?
Because I'm going to have to step out soon.
Yeah, what makes you think you're going to get your tickets? You've been a bad boy this year. I mean, hell, you wrote a book about people killing child molesters. I mean, come on, that don't exactly put you at the top of the nice list.
I'm sure Santa's okay with that. So speaking of that, my book, thank you, February 25th, 2016. Be there. Hopefully we get in January. We get a pre-order link, and then I can beg you all. I'll go from house to house. They're like, I can't read. Like that's not.
I will read it to you, sir. I will read it to you.
Yes.
Chapter 1.
Oh, man. Well, I have 2 goals for this book. 1, enough money to buy food because food. 2, I'm really fat. I love my food. And 2, I have like multiple books already written, and if we sell a lot of them, even if you don't like it, well, there'll be another book coming soon if you buy. Worst sales pitch ever. No, but yeah, it's about a bunch of vigilantes who put on luchador masks and go around killing pedophiles. It's the stuff for the Hallmark Channel. Anyway, it's perfect for the Christmas holiday spirit. All right, Booms.
Yeah.
I really got to go. So let's wrap this up.
Okay. Let me do my final plugs here. Speaking of holiday stories, yours truly here sat down and read like a new children's classic over on CagesideSeats.com. Somebody sat down and wrote how the Vince stole wrestling. So I, doing my channeling my inner, Fred Rogers, sat down and read that to all the kiddies. So that's worth a check out. You can find that over on our YouTube page. Speaking of year-end awards, first of all, our pal Wrestling Rantin' has a survey up for his end of the year awards. He's already got the categories. He's got links on it. You can find it over on his YouTube page, which is Wrestling Rantin'. That's wrestling with 3 S's and Rantin'. You can go check that out. It's linked to Survey Monkey. It take you like 2 or 3 minutes to actually do the whole survey. Click on it. You'll be fine. Also, our year-end awards will be coming up in the next few days. I've actually got the list of the categories up on our blog on prowrestling.me. Just go there, click on blog, and you'll see the categories. And then just today, I put up a list of who I'm kind of leaning towards, like the nominees who I think should win in each category. But Dave and LK, they're keeping their picks pretty close to the vest here. But maybe you can help persuade my or their votes by saying, hey, no, you forgot this guy. Or no, I really like this pick. I think you should definitely pick this guy. You've got him listed. He should be the winner. Or no, you're totally forgetting about this. Try to sway our votes a little bit here. Try to push this one way or the other, and that's actually going to weigh heavily in on my votes. Is the votes from the Internet Infantry, and you can only find that at prowrestling.me, not a .com. It's prowrestling.me. It's absolutely free. It's the Facebook page for pro wrestling fans. It's a lot of fun. The community's growing. We're going to do a hard launch of that coming up in 2016. So go ahead and join the community now. Of course, you can also always find us at our homepage at KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. It takes you to the same place. It's your home for combat sports, and it's where the world goes to kick ass. So, Dave, that's going to do it for me.
All right. And I will probably do a video of my votes for Wrestling Rantage year-end awards. And I'll probably do a tribute to the troops. And then, Booms, check this out. You know how we're all negative? I'm gonna do a Fave 5 show this week. I don't know who's gonna host it with me. It might be solo, but listen to this Fave 5 thing. The Fave 5 things of WWE in 2015. Because I was gonna do Fave 5 things of pro wrestling in 2015, but then I could say Okada. Here, spoiler: best 5 things in 2015. Okada, Lucha Underground. See, little spoiler at the end. But if Okada joins Lucha Underground, I'll know I'm dead. And I know there's an afterlife because I would be in heaven. No, but I think it's hard because we're such negative assholes to do the Fave 5 things of WWE in 2015. It's not easy, folks. It is. Because originally I was like, oh, Fave 5 things of pro wrestling, but that's easy. When you have to just sum it down to WWE, you're just like, you're going to rack your brains all night. Especially if you're a negative asshole like me. All right, Booms. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out KocoSports.net. Tribute to the Troops review and so many more shows coming up soon. So subscribe. Booms. I don't know. This will probably be the last show of the week. I miss doing the show together. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I know. It usually helps when you get a partner who remembers things.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, stuff happens. Like, wow, great review, Dave. But no, I appreciate it. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's, and hopefully you can join us for more shows during the week. All right. So I guess that's it. Ho, ho, ho. With that,